Good morning, FYI family. Happy New Week to each and every one of you. It's October the 28th day, believe it or not, the 28th day of October. And we're happy to have you folks with us this morning. We got a lot of things on the card this morning. Right off the bat, we got a lot of things to discuss this morning. But first, of course, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have each and every one of you here with us. Right off the bat, we got a lot to discuss with you folks. A lot to discuss with you folks. Welcome to each and every one of you joining us this new week at the end of the month, folks. Next week, by the time we meet, and at a time like now, it's a new week. Believe it or not, it's a new week. Yeah. So privileged to be here with you guys, heading into this festive season and campaigning. A lot of campaigning already started. We can see it in lots of places. You look around, you say, this campaigning here. This nothing different, nothing new. Plain old campaigning. So lots happening, folks. Good to have all of you here with us. Everett and Simona. Good to have Althea, Aletha. All these wonderful names. Good to have you. Edward, Brooms, Fennell, Sharon, Lynette, Gavin. Great to have all of you this morning on the live as we start. How was your weekend? Hope you guys have hit the ground running this new week. As I said, it's the 28th day of October. It's Monday, folks. And I think I learned yesterday that Thursday is Diwali, is it? Thursday is Diwali. It's a holiday. Once it's a holiday, we can be taking a rest. We can be off taking our rest. Coral Providence, good to have you here. Valmy Wilson, good to see you. Dolly Anderson, great to see you as well, Dolly. And all the other folks joining us. Welcome, folks. It's Monday the 28th. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Good to have all of you here with that. Sheena Hazel, great to have you, Sheens, and Valme, Coral, and Fennell. Diane Primo, good to have you folks on with us this morning. Wherever you're joining us from today, we had a great weekend. Restful Saturday into Sunday. I had intended to do some walking on Saturday, but as I knew I had some more walking to do on Sunday, I decided I'm going to conserve. Got a bit of shut-eye on Saturday, rest and recuperate. As until you decide to take it easy, then you know how the body feeling, how the body managing. Got some rest on Saturday. And on Sunday, you're going to see some of what we did on Sunday. We were part of the One Communication Pinktober Walk yesterday. Thousands of Guyanese turned out, while others were politicking. We were giving our energies to a good cause. Thousands of Guyanese turned out to that walk. And I was very privileged to have my wife with me. You're helping me along. We're going to show you some of that in a little bit. And then I spent part of my Sunday also in Bobis at the in-laws. Just went to luxuriate after the long walk in Bobis. Got some coconut water, got some good Yeovil sun and breeze and so on. My brother-in-law makes a nice bomb, So had some of that, had a bomb yesterday, brought home some, As we say, think for the back. Paul Charles. Good morning, Paul and Joanna Green. Petal Thorne, good to have you, Petal and Marcy Daniels. All of you beautiful, fantastic, lovely, peace-loving folks. Anthony Jarvis, Nigel Plass. Good to have all of you folks here with us. Good morning to all our Bobicians, whether you're from 6 or 5. Good morning. You're residing someplace else, but you originated there. Good morning to you in the diaspora. You might be in Linden. You're from Bobis. Good morning to my Linden folks. Chatted with the Vice Chairman of Region 10 yesterday at that Pinktober walk, that annual walk. Chatted with him there. Good morning to all the folks at Linden and Region 3, 5 and 6, of course. Good morning, folks down there, Region 1 and 2. Good morning to you guys as well. Good morning, 8, 7 and 8. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see all of you folks here with us. Good to see all of you here with us, folks. Another week, we got to make a difference. We got to make a difference. This week, we got to go down on the ground and look at a couple of issues. Don't like some of the infrastructure work. The quality of it, you know. The quality of it. And you're going to argue with them from now till next year. They're going to tell you why their friends and family and favorites and flatterers got to get what they got to get. They're going to be the first to tell you that. You know, they ain't going to make no bones about it. You know, they ain't make no bones about it. So we're going to show you what we did yesterday. Some of what entailed the Pinktober walk from our vantage point. From our humble vantage point, there were thousands of Guyanese out there happy to have met some of you guys. All of you guys who said hello. You know, good to have seen you. You know, our Guyanese people, by and large, far and large, are peace-loving, hospitable, you know, lovely people. And it was so good to see thousands of Guyanese. And the dogs, saw a lot of dogs decked out. You know, thankfully this is in Springfield. We're according to Trump, they're eating the dogs and the cats there. The dogs in Guyana, in Georgetown yesterday were marked safe. I thought I might have seen Milo, didn't happen, but had my eyes out. Thought I might have seen Milo decked out as well. But the dogs in Georgetown marked safe yesterday. I think the day before, on Saturday, there was a Bring Out Your Dog in Main Street forum event, and hope some of you got in that action. Paulette said, not in Guyana, we're not eating the dogs and so on here. June Cameron said, outside. Robin Kendall, I see the young lady who I had the privilege of sharing her company yesterday on the walk. Just stepped in the studio. She held up. She didn't buckle. Yep. Naomi says, Brutus mark safe. Yeah, a lot of animals out there. Kind of might have seen Jack Dio. Saw a lot of dogs though. Didn't see Milo. Dogs mark safe. Springfield, eating the dogs and the cat. Dogs. Morning, folks. Great to have all of you on the live this morning. Before you all start counting, that's about 3 or 4 we touched there. First 15, as you guys start the day today, one of the hardest working persons in Region 6, Sebastian Orilal. And then Camille Cox comes in a little distant second there. A little distant second. Just making light, folks. Y'all don't call me abuse up and son. Just making a little light there. Eula Lafferman Rubens. We see you there. Anthony Jarvis. Gisela Roman. Reforms needed. You know, can you imagine Jack Dio getting up this morning, having his Coke. Yeah, he loves Coke, the red can. Let me be specific. The red can Coke. Love that. Love it. Yeah. Love it. The red can Coke. And having to read Starbucks News editorial today, my God, but it's a painful waking up and be this government every day and seeing the stuff they see. Very strong editorial in Starbucks News about the second top cop, second in charge, Brutus. You know, Friday Brutus pulled back those that case. Interesting. Brutus pulled back that case Very interesting. Starbucks News didn't pull any punches. It didn't hold back. They didn't hold back. And a particular what do you call it, paragraph kind of leapt out and resonated with me. But before I get there, before we get into the politics, wanted to say happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Angel Wade. Now Angel Franklin. She gone off. This is a big wedding. They had to kill cow and goat and so on. You know, we're still eating food from that wedding. But so much. Still eating food from that wedding. Want to say a happy birthday to Angel Franklin. Happy birthday to her. And my brother-in-law, to my sister-in-law, Angel's husband, he's been crying out for some back pains and so on. So I did tell you we went in Burbage yesterday. We were picking coconuts and so on, ensuring that he's hydrated and energized. And then they went out to make some soup and so on. You know, just married about a month or two ago, right? Young people, back pain, so on. So we wish him well. We understand what's happening. We're not overly worried. So I want to wish Angel happy birthday. Take it like on my brother-in-law there. Please and thank you. We still eating food from the wedding. Now it was 2 months ago. People still going home. People still going home. You might passing on some street in Babis there, and you see some folks staggering home, you know, looking all well dressed for a wedding and so on. It's their wedding. They're still stumbling home from. People still, you know, receptions now tailing off. So happy birthday to Angel. Wonderful young people. Angel, I think, graduated last year with a degree in entrepreneurial something from the university. There's a lot of degrees coming out now. I don't say breast with all of them. Forgive me if I termed it wrong, kind it wrong. But happy birthday to my sister-in-law. Let's head into it now, folks. Let's head into it. You know, one Babishan I spoke with yesterday, he said, Bruce's son got more money than me. I want to pull children into political matters, but the son was named in some of these court documents and so on. He remarked that Bruce's son far wealthier than I am. That's just sometimes how life is. How life is, you know? How life is. But Starbucks News, as I said, offered some commentary, and I want to make sure I'm capturing it right. So, when in doubt, refer to your notes. When in doubt, refer to your notes. Good morning, folks, wherever you're joining us from this morning. Good to have every one of you join us this morning. This editorial is today, 28th day of September. The Ghana Police Force and the charges against Mr. Brutus. And part of what the Starbucks News is saying, one of the papers that Mr. Jack Dio hates, put it in a pipe and smoke it, or put it in your Coke can and drink it. Starbucks News. The Ghana Police Force and the charges against Brutus. This editorial this morning reads, and it says in part, the battered credibility of the Ghana Police Force has been further diminished. You don't say. Further diminished. You know, I like hearing these people talk about apnea and how they're restoring the image of this country and so on. The police force image, Starbucks News, deliberate judgment, further diminished. That's what they said. Full stop. The charges against Mr. Brutus are a mortal blow to the force, and given its weak leadership and the clear intent of the government to make the force subservient and pliable, a dangerous juncture has been reached. And that last bit there stood out and resonated with me. That last bit when Starbucks News says that a dangerous juncture has been reached. And Sabbath News is right. As you know, they want to make the police force subservient and pliant, which should be really and truly independent. You have trained professional people who can operate at a high level, and the police force is operating independent. The government provides the policy direction. You know, they often say, oh, their policy. We have a policy, but they're down there in the minutia. Right? A woman could call a minister and got an administrator summoned from Borough School of Arts, summoned there and dressed down. Matters that a PS, deputy PS, should be handling. Ministers are bogged down in the minutia. That's why we're seeing a lot of the travesty that we're seeing today. Folks, things are not moving as fast as they should. I saw one letter writer commenting about about how antiquated the banking system is. How antiquated. I just saw international news, Western Union, you know, things like that appeal to us here. I look to see what's happening with Western Union and MoneyGram. Let me see. Western Union just bought a company similar to like Cash App. It tells they're looking to go in a different direction. You got to adapt. Forbes Burnham said it in a speech, integrate or perish. Integrate or perish. We got to adapt. We got a banking system that is archaic. I think that's the word the person used. Archaic banking system. You guys who live in the diaspora, you all know you could click a button and move your funds however you want to move it in a legal way. We ain't talking about any illegal use of money and so on. Anything that violates any law. Click a button. Move things around. Pay your bills. I am happy some of it we have. Paid our internet bill over the weekend, $26,000 something. That's what we pay for internet here to make sure y'all can see us clearly and hear us clearly. $26,000 from the comfort of our home. Pay that bill. But so much more we could do. Stop lugging around. Millions of dollars, village by village. Some people can put on a mala on you. You're wicked, man. Integrate or perish. Burnham screaming to us from the grave. I saw a letter in the bank like that. Police force got to integrate or perish. I saw they've installed a lot of cameras along the seawall between Camp and Presinjon Road. You know, that's a terrible crime and so on there in this country. Between that little stretch, about 20 CCTV cameras. That little stretch of road got about 20 CCTV cameras. All right. How many cameras trained them boys who got 800 million in the bank account and stuff? Them boys who raising millions to wedding and so on. How many cameras trained on them? How many? Sabbath News says the police force in Guyana, thanks to the People's Progressive Party Civic, almost unlimited, poor leadership, poor policy direction, it is at a dangerous juncture. I said, Sabbath News, y'all fight them on Thursday. Fight them on Thursday at the Corner Shop show. Fight them on Thursday. Police force at a dangerous juncture. I saw Clifton Hickens in Region 3 at Lenora talking to residents about loud music and something like that. You know, the folks have been complaining, businesses. I'm going to time with them. Residential for them, sir. People with money got bargain in this country. That trumps everything else. Who got money got bargain? And of course, you could tell When they know they're back against the wall, oh, let me do a PR campaign. Let me go there and look like we walk in. I can go listen. Weeks, months, those folks complaining. Nobody had time with them. Now things hitting the fan. Let's go and at least show. We're engaging. We're hiding. We're engaging the public. See this movie before. Too many times before we've seen this movie. Starbuck News says we're at a dangerous juncture. Very dangerous. Some of the things we're following, folks. Some of the things we're following. It's a big boast this morning. Internet hubs. How many indigenous villages have access to internet now? Beatrice and so on. Beatrice and so on. Under the coalition, we had hundreds opened up, installed, equipped. Hundreds of ICT hubs. And you know what these guys did? Huh? Shut all of them down. Shut all of them down. When I was at Karasabai a couple months ago, and I must resurrect that footage, I showed you guys one that was closed up. The villagers complained to us. Since 2020, they haven't been able to access it. They can go and put one in Karasabai now. Probably paint up the same building and so on. Throughout all the old equipment that never used, I shouldn't say old, all the equipment that was never used, because at least somebody got to get a contract to buy back new ones. How we can keep the money? And then they can go say, oh, we brought internet to Karasabai, vote for us. Vote for us. We brought it to Karasabai. We were in the Berbice River just recently too. And one of the places that we stopped, Vice Chair, Region 10 was showing me, look, you see this internet? We put this here. We put this here. Right? It was working now. And they met all that infrastructure in there. And then they can come Thursday in the corner shop show. Say they never did nothing. Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything at all. And when you go, you see all the infrastructure in there. And they come now to boast. As well as for the very first time. But internet wasn't invented yesterday. Before the last 5 years of APNU governance, PP had 23 years in there. PP had 23 years in there. Right? But we know what happened to projects like the fiber optic and so on. So we know what happened to projects like the fiber optic and so on. Right? Yeah. We understand that. Fiber optic projects and so. So we got a lot happening, folks. I'm happy people are connected. Well, they got some serious. They're going to put a lot of what do you call it? Firewalls and so on, so that you only can access certain kinds of information. If they do put internet, people were never for liberalizing anything. They always like to keep you needy. They were never for liberalizing anything. Don't let me get tied up. Don't let me get tied up. Everybody don't want to liberalize nothing. That is why instead of a better system, like the archaic system the letter writer is complaining of in the banking system that we have obtaining what we have obtaining. Some folks were complaining to us over the weekend as we were in Babis. You had an exercise giving out house lots. People were there from 6 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the night, the number and call yet. 8 o'clock in the night. 8 o'clock in the night. I remember a time when you could receive a letter of allocation in the mail. Why people got to sit down a whole day? What kind of backward country is that? People got to sit down whole. I have no problem with an event that kicks off house lot distribution, right? But think of the mindset you have to have, right? To subject people to sitting down whole day, practically doing nothing, whole day, just waiting. And people left that event, I'm told, and instead of run out to house lots. They gotta come back. Whole day. What about an automated call to say you've been allocated? And we want label Little Dubai. This is madness. A teacher complained to me. I told you this before. A teacher. I got the title, I pay for the land. I never see it. I've been behind them for a map. I know the address and all that. And when I go to the expanse of land, let's say it's Diamond, I know the area. Right? But nobody to date can tell me, this is the plot here. For months, they've been trying to get a pinpoint, the exact spot where this landed. Don't get the title, you know. But title to what? Title to what? So when you hear them saying, oh, 38,000 lots given out, you think sometimes it's 38,000 houses on land. You don't know it's 38,000 portions of jungle. People can't even know how to access, where to go, where to start building. You got title in hand. But you can't say they haven't been allocated a piece of land though. You see, it's the definitions. Like the definition of a household. Right? What is the definition of allocation? It doesn't mean a physical, right? You've been earmarked. I wonder how long people hold in some title. You must talk to me, man. Email me, message me, WhatsApp me. How long you get a title and you never see the land yet? And that is replicated thousands of times. Yep. Now me wondering how you gonna pay for land you never see. Say you pay for insurance. Same way. Never see it. Title in hand. Title granted. And people don't know where the land is. I brought up that issue of that teacher because that was the most recent complaint I had. See? We're in a bad way. The traffic chief, folks, warning y'all. Right? Warning y'all. Traffic chief warning us. Please and thank you. Mahindra Singh. I think he's a good fella. Watching him. I ain't got no brief from Mahindra. But basing how he come in, it's not like you gotta get a couple of things. Like he ain't overly, right? He ain't doing too much like you have to say like he want to be commissioner of police kind of thing. But you can see he's working. I don't know Mahindra. Never met Mahindra in my life, but just by what he's been doing and saying, he look like he means well, right? Which might be a problem to them boys. Them boys might say we got put in a little shield. You're a little too big for your boots now. Right? You know, while we love hustle and side hustle, right, we got to organize ourselves as a society. When you stop at some of the stoplights in the city, people run up to your vehicle. Now, for a person like me, when somebody come run to your vehicle, I start going to the back. Right? Man, run up to your vehicle. Dismantle your wiper. Some people lose down your whole engine the time you're waiting for the traffic light to change it. Dismantle your wiper. Put on a new wiper and he's watching you. I forget what they call that in law. Something selling. You're forcing the thing on people. Yeah. Forcing the goods on people. Traffic chief said, right? He's asking that drivers report such incidences. I'm not opposed to people plying a trade, making a hustle. Things tight in this country. But don't run up to people like that. Dismantle your wiper, put on a new wiper quick. And then you're watching yourself. 1,500. 1,500. 2,000. What's this? What is happening? So when you see them running, you got to start blowing the tray. Soon you see them come running. Beep, 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 beep. And you're signaling like a plane. No. Traffic chief said, report them. And then I am not for that. Right? Stand up and you make your picture, what have you. People signal ahead. Where you got? I can take one. Change it quick for me. Right? Fair enough. But you can't dismantle car. A man car tire, put on a new rim and say, you owe me 12,000. What madness is this here? Huh? A man can go park your car, buy something in the business, come back, you wash your car and say, oh, you owe me $2,500. It used to be $500 when car washes became a thing in this country. $500 inside out. Now it's $2,500. I used to have in a place there. They said, what's this? I got paid now in installments. You gotta wash half the car. $2,500. Traffic chief said, left the people wiper load. You can't just remove, right? Listen to what the article said this morning, right? Unsolicited windshield wiping. Unsolicited. That's nothing to do. Come and spray all kind of dirty water. You see a man squeeze a sponge out a black bucket. You don't know if it's creek water, it's what? A black bucket of water. Come and throw water, you windscreen and start wiping. Just like that. Or something in a spray bottle. I'm very hyper about my safety. Hyper. Told you all the other day. People stop at stoplights in this city in the past, got acid thrown in the face, all kinds of stuff. A man run up to you, window, with a bottle in hand. So you don't go into back like this and say, come for me. You know? Come for me. That's a personal space there. Traffic chief says, stop it. Traffic chief says, stop it now. Stop it now. Folks in, where is this? In East Bank. Houston was the next village there. Agricola. Folks in Agricola aren't relenting. And we've talked about this already, saying that we are not averse to Chinese business in this country and American business in this country, European business in this country, you know. But we've also said there are things that can be done to prevent Chinese or any other business from squeezing out indigenous businesses. There are things that can be done so the businesses who've always been here don't just have to adapt. Like if people got 800 million sit down doing nothing, adapt. We got to do more than that. There's growing discontent, folks. We heard this in as far as Mabaruma. As far as Mabaruma, people have been complaining. Unfair competition. And the folks there in Agricola, they continue to protest the establishment of a new Chinese supermarket, fearing that it will threaten small community-based shops. These shopkeepers are worried that the large supermarkets, the presence of them, will undermine the livelihoods and also disrupt the tight-knitted support system they built within the community. I heard some of this yesterday in Bubis. As Bubisians and I were talking, I can't remember the particular area, some in the bush, that area. The man said in the last couple months, 2 or 3 months, it wasn't more than that, 4 Chinese supermarket taking over. Taking over. Right? I am not vexed to the soul, I can tell you that. I am vexed with the soul. Right? I want to support my local businesses because I want to see them grow. If I gotta walk an extra mile or ride on my bicycle an extra mile to go and support them, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not against Chinese supermarket. I patronize them when I can, but I for local businesses too. Right? And nobody can tell me how I can spend my dollars. I'm for Chinese businesses, I'm for my local businesses too. But there's growing discontent. Growing discontent. Right? And you know when this government can start paying attention? Huh? You're going to see soon enough. We saw scores of businesses write a letter to the press in the recent past talking about the same issue. How Chinese supermarket outnumber local shops must be 20 to 1. Right? But let the government continue to turn a blind eye. Let them continue to turn a blind eye. Cost of living, folks. The Sabbath News in the 99th iteration of this article. 99 weeks, every week on Monday they publish this article. People complain about the cost of living. Complain about the cost of living. How things hard. It ain't getting better when you're putting your own local folks out of business. We ain't getting no place. I'm not going to read all of it to you because I want to show you all some of what we did yesterday and some of the sites we saw on that Pinktober walk yesterday. 22-year-old Odysseus Stevenson says the cost of living high. It's affecting my colleagues, family, and I a lot. Odysseus says this. A teacher, 22 years old, it's affecting my colleagues, my family, and I a lot. My colleagues and I from work recently went and shopped some items for daycare and so. The bill is very high because every now and then we have to get stuff, especially haberdashery for the daycare. This is affecting my family and I also because at times you have to get 2 and 3 jobs in order to get things sorted out. 22 years old. Things hard, tough for colleagues and her. Listen to what Hardai Prasad said. And mind you, this is Crane. This is, let me get it right. This is, not Crane, Pearl on the East Bank. Residents from Pearl on the East Bank. And here Hardai Prasad, the last one I look because I want to move on to some other things. Hardai Prasad says, the cost of living high all over the world. All over the world. Right? The Bible said we will get this in the last days. So what are you going to do about it? I live alone. My sister now and then send money for me to buy food. You know she's sending from Barbies to Pearl. My sister every now and then send money for me to buy food items and pay the utility bills. Listen to Hardai's admission. My son also helps me financially to cope with the high cost of living. Right? My son also helps. She said, I also rear goat and chicken for a little income. But for the longest while, I haven't gotten any income from the goat and chicken. She said, I just occupy my time with them instead. It's like there's my pets now. Them is my Milo, a Ovaltine. For the longest while, they ain't bringing in nothing. Right? So I just occupy my time with them. That's what she says. Hardai Prasad from Pearl. To me, every time I go to buy something from the shop, the cost of items going up. Every time. And then she goes on to quote the usual rice and chicken and eggs and oil and so on. Where it was and where the price is. Hardai says, as such, the government should consider giving people $1 million each. This is not Aubrey or Nigel. It's Hardai Prasad from Pearl. Government should consider giving people $1 million each. Take down. $1 million each. $1 million each. So, Ram and McCrae, illustrious lawyer Christopher Ram, his company Ram and McCrae, produced a survey that says the majority of Guyanese in interview want the 2016 production sharing agreement renegotiated. The majority of Guyanese it surveyed want the 2016 production sharing agreement, the PSA, renegotiated. I also read over the weekend an editorial out of the Ghana Standard that says any renegotiation of this, right, should make Exxon bold. Something of that nature. Might not have captured it totally accurate. Any renegotiation, we all could spoil. We all could spoil. Like if you left it there, you can turn. Is it going to turn? Any renegotiation, engagement of the thing would or should make Exxon any short term, medium term, something like that, change in this policy. Exxon is the only oil company in the world. We oil is such a terrible quality and grade, nobody else would want it. If you tell me about the politics, I say, all right. I say, okay. But we oil thin enough. Like your friend and company, overnight it's getting thin. Ram says majority of Guyanese want to see this sector managed independently. That's part of what this survey produced. Right? 3.8% of respondents say leave it as it is. That's probably Ghana Standard and so on. 3.8% say leave it as it is. 83.2 wants the royalties revised, the royalty rate revised. 83.2. 79.4 call for changes in the tax payment arrangement. 79.4. 66.4 want the revenue guaranteed revised. 61.8 support ring fencing provisions. Yeah, I gotta interrogate this some more. I wanna interrogate this some more. Gotta interrogate it some more. Folks, my thoughts are always with those who have gone before us in the struggle and fight against cancer in all its forms. Breast cancer is the one we focus on a lot now, especially this time of year, October. Men and women disproportionately, you'd hear me say that a lot during this walk. But our thoughts with those who have gone before us, those in the struggle, right? And those who are supporting those in the struggle. I was interviewed by a radio station yesterday, and I said as much. See, when we are down, it's only then we think about people support. When people down, we don't want to support them. We don't want to support them. When we down, when we start saying we in pain, being victimized and marginalized and so on, then we want everybody to come out kicking and screaming for us. Gotta be careful of that. Right? Gotta be careful of that. Let me share a couple of minutes of the One Communication. I'm getting used to One Communication. Right? Formerly GT&T Pinktober Walk. Fantastic weather yesterday. Thousands of folks came out. Started at Everest, ended at Everest. Initially, you'll hear me say it's going down Carifessa Avenue, but it went down Lamaha Street instead. We left Everest into Camp Street, straight camp into, what was that? North Road. From North Road into Vicinjon Road into Lamaha into camp, and back at Everest. Right? We ain't gonna show you the whole walk, but as I said, folks, snapshots of this great walk yesterday for a great cause, raising awareness in the fight against cancer. Right? This is some of it, folks. Some of it. Good morning, folks, again. Hopefully we're good to go now. We're here. This is camp and we just left. Again, this is the One Communication Pinktober Cancer Awareness Walk 2024. Thousands of Guyanese are outside with that. There's a shot of that at the back, the front, the side. Great to have all of you folks on the walk with us. And we got some dogs here. Don't know if you can see any cats. We saw quite a number of dogs already decked out for this Pinktober 2024 walk. Don't know if you can see some cats. Who knows? Milo might show up too, since Milo is out. So good morning, folks. We can just be showing you guys a little snapshot, some of what we're seeing here. Again, this is Camp Street, and we're heading to Lamaha, Camp and Lamaha, heading down Camp into Church Street, into Vicinjon Road, into Carifessa Avenue. I think that's the route, and that's going to be it. Again, we only give you guys a little snapshot. Don't think y'all getting the whole walk. Just some snapshots. And hope you guys got a good vantage point. I'm fortunate to be sharing this walk with my wife. That's the lady there. I'm 28. She's really from Yeovil. Spent about 2 hours in 28, but she's from 28. Shout out to all the folks from the Beast watching this morning, and all the other folks who will be joining us. Thank you so much. Behind the truck, that's what they're saying. I'm behind the truck. So the walk is up, folks. Last year there was a run as well. It doesn't look like there's that aspect this year. There was a 5K run, I think a 10K run as well. Don't think that's a feature this year, but we're happy to be here. This seems to be my wife and I annual thing now. It's a thing, right? It's a thing. Let people know. I don't want to say it's a thing alone, but we've been here for the past couple of years, supporting and trying to raise awareness in our own simple way. That's a lot. Yeah. It's a thing, folks. Yeah. All right. So that's just a little bit of it there. Hopefully, you guys can see that. A little bit of it there. I want to enjoy the walk too. This is my. So all about enjoyment this year with my favorite person. All about enjoyment this year. All right, so my wife getting some smooches here. And a 4 lane becomes 2. with camp in Lamaha. And I think, folks, this is as much as we're going to do from this bit of it. And we're going to catch up with you folks again on Church Street. Snapshots, folks, snapshots. Don't think you're seeing everything. Snapshots. Iba pick it up. This is it, folks. It's nothing photos. Let me see photos. Morning, folks. Again, heading up. Church Street. Yeah. Again, this is the GT&T very energetic Pinktober walk this year, and it's under the theme "Let's Move for a Cause." And we are indeed moving for a cause this morning. It's a good place, reasonable place to walk, right? My wife and I, we're big young people, but we ain't blowing our son yet. So we good. My wife's a shame big. This is, again, folks, this is Church Street. Thousands of folks come out to this Pinktober walk. And we did promise you guys snapshots of what's happening. And this is some of what's happening here. We're seeing some of our friends here as well, some of our colleagues here as well, and thousands of Guyanese from just all walks of life having a great morning, supporting a cause. Let's Move for a Cause is the local team, apparently. Let's Move for a Cause. And then there's an international team, believe it or not, as well. Folks, men and women. Women more disproportionately are affected by cancer, as you know, but early detection saves lives. So ensure. Good morning. How are you doing? Good to see you guys on the walk. Good, excellent. Enjoy. Some lovely folks are saying hello to us. Folks, it's a good morning to be out. It's a really good morning. It's a really good morning. This is Church Street. Some of the, I don't know if this is why GT&T organized the walk this time of year, but some of the trees are blossoming along Church Street here, but especially along Passenger Road as you get up to Lamaha. And if they're just right, against all this pink here flowing into the streets, is going to be an awesome sight. The truck kind of got away and left us. The truck kind of got away and left us a little bit. The International Breast Cancer theme, folks, by way of information, is no one should face breast cancer alone. That's the 2024 World Health Breast Cancer theme. No one should face breast cancer alone. And it's true. Again, women disproportionately affected, but men as well. Early detection, again, it's key here. Early detection saves lives. We know that. And all those folks who would have gone before us, our thoughts with them and family, those who in the struggle, our thoughts with you as well. And early detection, folks, it's key. It's key. Again, this is a snapshot of some of what's happening here. We are in Church Street, just past Light Street. I think this is, yeah. Just past Light Street. And a great morning here. Again, the local theme is let's move for a cause. And that's what we're doing this morning. Very energetic moving. My wife looks like she's going for a fast water break. I know them young people can they ain't got the stamina like us big folks. Water stop here for GT&T folks. My wife seems to have time as well. GT&T folks sharing water this end here. A very energetic crowd. I don't know if I can get a water break too, but all right, we're going to leave it there, folks, and we're going to get back to you when we touch on the Sinjin Road at some point. All right, we're going to get back to you guys. Yep, stick in the view, stick in the view, stick in the view. All right, so you can. We're back, folks. This is the Sinjin Road. We're just off of Church Street. And this is the action at this end here. Now, as we promised you, look at these pink blossoms here. Look at these pink blossoms in these trees. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that shot there. That's a lovely shot. It's been a good walk this far. We're halfway to where we need to be. We are at Sinjin and Landscape Street, approaching Landscape Street, and halfway mark. I think this is. I think we're heading into Carfesta from here, into Carfesta, and then back to Everest, Cricket Club now. And again, this is the GTT Pink Club walk. Some folks got a banner up in front of us. And this is the young girl and I, can't see the old girl. This end here, having a great morning. All right, so we get a little respite from the sun on this end here, a little respite on this side, and we got thousands of folks out here this morning, simply thousands of folks on this walk this morning. I think some folks making their way off of the road. Some friends we had, some friends we lost along the way. Lots of folks out here this morning. That's right. It's good morning here. All right. That's what's going on here, folks, on the Sinjin Road, Crown Street. Some folks are singing here, got a nice chant going, making sure to stay energized. So good. All right, guys, we're gonna pick it up back in a few, a little later, a little down the road from us. Thank you so much. Morning. Morning, guys. Morning. Good morning. I'm great. How are you guys doing? Excellent. Good to see you. So apparently, I was giving wrong information. It's not Carfesta, it's Lamaha. This is Lamaha Street. And we got some awesome folks on this walk this morning.
Some awesome folks out with us this morning. And it's a big crowd here this morning. Energetic, lively folks enjoying a great walk. And we did say we'd give you guys a snapshot. And forgive me for saying early on we were going down Carifesta. This is Lamaha Street, and we're heading back to Lamaha. I guess they're going to go into a camp, back into Everest Cricket Club ground, where the Pinktober Walk concludes. Early detection, folks, is the chant behind us. Early detection. That's what we're hearing at the back. We're giving you all snapshots, folks, snapshots of what's happening here. This is the annual Pinktober Walk. Fantastic walk, lots of folks sharing the morning with my darling wife, who's all smiles here, pacing herself and looking great. Let me show you things from a lower vantage point. This is our end here. All smiles. That's what's going on there. So let's get a higher vantage point. That's what that looks like from that end, folks. And we're going to leave it here until we get back into Everest Cricket Club ground, where they're concluding the Pinktober Walk. It's a fantastic morning so far, good weather. So we're back in Camp Street where we started, heading to Everest. And folks, somewhere here, we're leaving it this morning. We're leaving the Pinktober Walk. Had a great time. My wife held her own, stayed the course, drank a lot of water, and kept energized and hydrated. And we're grateful. Lots of folks out here. As we said, thousands of Guyanese are out here. Raising awareness, that's what it's all about. Raising awareness for cancer, breast cancer in particular, but raising awareness nonetheless. So many other kinds of cancer. Breast cancer in men and women. And here's where it's at, folks, this morning. What a great activity. Thanks, One Communication. Here. So we are here with the Region 10 Vice Chair on this Breast Cancer Awareness Walk, Pinktober Walk this morning at Everest Ground. Why you came out to support? Good morning.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Yes, I'm happy to be here. First off, my apologies to the people of Region 10. I'm not in Region 10 today to support the cause. However,
it's a bigger cause here.
It's a bigger cause. This Breast Cancer Walk means a lot. This is the one that, in Kukwani would have lost. I think these people from breast cancer, that area are very, very passionate about it. So anything to bring awareness. And I also want the women to know that, we are here together with them, supporting them in this cause. This is a fight that we need each and every one of us to bond together so that we can take them through that.
Pull up the mic close. You want to make sure we get the audio clear.
So moral support is extremely important against this fight. There's a lot of survivors. Only this month we would have recognized 2 survivors in Kukwani and would able to let them know that we appreciate them and they continue to share their knowledge and experience with others who might suffer in the same cause, and so that we can, from year to year, I was quite amazed about the size of the crowd. It means growth from strength to strength over the years.
Thousands of folks out here this morning.
Out here today, that really brings a sense of release, sense of pride, that Chinese from all walks and come together and support one cause. And once we can do that, not just in the breast cancer, but other diabetes and all these things that people suffer from, all these different other sickness that people suffer from, where we can continue to support them in whatever, that can go a long way. There's nothing like moral support. Let them know that somebody loves you, somebody got you, and we can do this together, and together we can win this fight regardless.
Excellent. Thank you very much again, folks. This is the Vice Chair, Mark Goring, a man who needs no introduction, really and truly, joining us this morning. Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent.
Good morning, good
You're on the
morning.
Pinktober walk out
I
here.
am on the Pinktober. Well, it was more of a walk run for me, but
Walk, run.
Yes.
Because you fit like that.
because I fit
My
like
God,
that.
you have to show off yourself. Manza, why you came out to support this walk? Besides the obvious.
Look, my mom, I lost my mom to thyroid cancer. So it has special significance for me. You know, today we think about the people who have fought and won, the people who fought but didn't win, and for those who are currently fighting. And just I think our presence here today is very important for them.
Excellent.
To show that support and that solidarity, and as well as to send a message about the importance of taking care of our health,
Correct.
particularly for women like us who are over 40.
Yeah. And men like us over 42.
And men like you who are over 40, prostate exams for women like us, like myself, mammograms, pap smears regularly, because really early detection and
Correct. We've
prevention
been stressing that.
is really
Key,
very
key,
important.
yeah.
So we just wanted to come out, you know, as a part of the opposition to really stand in solidarity. There's certain issues that transcend politics, etc. And certainly the health of the people of Guyana is one of those. And certainly adding your voice to the message is important. So just happy to be here.
And this music helps you.
And this music helps. this music does help. And you know, the vibe is here. It's great.
Thanks to
And just
and
to
all the
see-
sponsors.
Absolutely. One communication. As
One
they're now
communication. I'm
rebranded.
getting used to it. One communication.
And but to see the camaraderie and the vibe, and it's really, really very good. And you know, I spoke with a couple of survivors. And they expressed-
This song is really biting.
yeah. This thing about make you a party. Anyway, as we were saying, I spoke with a few survivors, and they were really so happy to see us out here. So it was really a good morning, really, really a good morning. So, you know, we're
Nice to
continuing
have
to
you.
hang around. I think they're going to have some health displays.
Good.
They're going to have
You're going to stick around and bring in some of that.
nutritious food over there. They're talking about health. They're talking about nutrition. So really, really good atmosphere. Want to commend One Communication for
Fantastic
their annual
job.
sponsorship of
Fantastic
this
job.
really, really great initiative,
Fantastic.
Sharon.
All right.
Always
Thank you,
good
Manza.
seeing you.
Good seeing you as well.
All right.
All right, folks. There is where we're going to leave it from this morning. Manza's here. And what a way to end the day as we head off. Some of us head off to breakfast. Great vibes, as Manza said. Good to see everybody out here this morning having a great time. Some folks have left already. But you know, big people stick around a little bit. So that's it, folks, from Everest. For credible sources, thank you for joining us. Good morning.
And we're going to leave it, folks. Thanks for joining us this morning. It's Monday, folks, the 28th day of October. The month is finished. We're heading headlong into November. I'm celebrating an anniversary over the weekend on Saturday, a wedding anniversary. Looking forward to that. And we hope that you guys are good where you are. Thanks again to One Communication, formerly GT&T, for that Pinktober walk. Had a fantastic time, and I'm certain we've raised the awareness. Persons who are suffering from breast cancer, those who've gone before us, our thoughts with their families, and we remember them. We remember them. Folks, we're going to leave it there this morning. Thanks for joining us, each and every one of you. That's our time today, folks. Go ahead and have a fantastic day. We're going to see you guys at the other end of the day. Take it easy. Take it easy, guys. I saw all the comments. You know, I was breathing briskly. Is that some of y'all say short of breath? Y'all know y'all able. Snapshots, folks, snapshots. Thanks for joining us this morning. Stay safe and have a fantastic rest of the day. Stay safe.